Good afternoon, everyone. Gabe Velazquez here with you, transparenttrading on a Friday. Today's the 11th of July. Again, very dull markets, not a huge amount of catalysts other than the tariff tariffs and all that. But that's like the market's kind of desensitized to that. Let's get right into the charts. Also, I have a class coming up. Make sure you sign up for that. I mentioned a few stocks in my X account. A lot of stocks are getting overdone here, overshooting, mispricing, and it's important to understand. You had a huge breakout in silver and platinum, and again, the question always to ask yourself is: are you going to chase those moves, and are they legitimate and so forth? So that'll be the topic for the class. So sign up for that. With regards to on the averages, we really haven't done anything all week. There's just not much really to really talk about. We're just kind of just hovering around these all-time highs for the week. Really, kind of just been in a very narrow range, more or less. You can see right here, we really haven't gone any at 63, 35, 75 is the high. Pretty much just in a range, pretty much across all the so that, under the surface, again, you've got all kinds of rotation going on below the surface. Bitcoin did break out, as everybody, I'm sure, is aware. Again, the question also is, once you break above this level, how far you kind of have all kinds of measurements. Obviously, 120 is probably the obvious level here. I think came close to that. We're trying to pull back. These are always tricky. You don't know whether to chase it, how far they're going to go. You could use trailing stops on a breakout. This again, if you don't know about breakout trading, there's been I talk about this all the time with my members, and we've actually if you're still skittish about breakout trading, you shouldn't be, because there are some real specific setups that you can see this time and again. But there is a specific setup, and maybe I'll do a class on that maybe eventually, or if you want to contact me, we can set up something. Other than that, really, also rates also in this today they've been creeping higher. No change. I think 450 is going to be the next one, but they have come up pretty, they're steadily been climbing again. Still, markets pretty much shrugging off because, again, we really technically haven't broken out of any major, we're kind of just been range bound, maybe 450. The recent high here on rates have been 460. So somewhere along here, maybe raise some eyebrows. Dollar looks like it's bottoming out. I wrote about it over the weekend. Again, subscribe to the newsletter. I think the dollar's putting in a bottom. If you read my newsletter, if you haven't gotten it, make sure and sign up for that. There's a link below. And, that's obviously going to impact some of the currencies. If we do have a dollar, I think the euro and all the currencies fall. And that actually could impact some of these metals as well. Copper, had a big bounce this week because of the tariffs announced, 50% tariffs on copper. But that was very short-lived. It just kind of spiked, and now it's been essentially just kind of churning here sideways. The big breakouts obviously was in silver here above the 38. It's got some supply right here at 40. We'll see if that holds. And oil looks like it's also may want to break out. There's Trump's going to talk about Russia sanctions, I think, coming on Monday. That's probably what's keeping the markets higher. And then also, nat gas looks like it may be somewhat putting in a bottom, still a little tentative, but if we can get above 350, I think we're going to get another run at 4 on nat gas in coming weeks. We had a grain report today, not much happening there. Grains are just dead in the water. There's not a lot to talk about there. And then obviously a lot of stuff under the surface with NVIDIA making new highs. That's driving pretty much the indexes. So, okay. All right. Again, sign up for the class, sign up for the newsletter. Give me a thumbs up. put some commentary, and next week is going to be much better than this week. We didn't have any catalysts, but we've got CPI on Tuesday. We've got earnings kicking in with JPM and some of the banks starting off on Tuesday. So it's going to be a great week next week. Take care. Have a great weekend.